we're going to, now something totally unexpected. Tim Morehouse, the founder of Fencing in the Schools. And, you know, earlier, I would argue that all the speakers are among the best in their craft, the best in their business, the best in their issue area. To Sal's point about proof, Tim has proof he has an Olympic medal. So, Tim, will you join us?
All right, so in fencing, when someone makes a good point, we say touche. So I'm going to prepare you guys, okay? It's a quick practice. This has been a great summit so far. Touche. Pretty good. We all like Zeev. He's a great guy. Touche. Awesome. So my name is Tim Morehouse. I'm an Olympic silver medalist in the sport of fencing, 3-time Olympian, 2-time national champion. And a lot of what my life is dedicated to now is using the sport of fencing to teach kids life skills. I believe that through sports and through play, we can teach kids so many great things. And a lot of what I have to do with a sport like fencing is make it accessible, let people know it even exists. And then also we work with schools all over the country in low-income communities. We're working on technology. So it's been this long journey that I'm on, and I'm excited to be with you in the middle of it. But a lot of who I am comes from my Olympic journey. And so I want to share with you a little bit today about my Olympic story, what it takes to develop winning fencing moves and Olympic-level fencing moves. And also, we're going to have a little fencing demonstration as well. And a couple of the speakers, previous speakers who have never fenced before, are going to come up here, and we're going to see what they can do with their foil. So we're going to have some fun. I don't know how familiar you guys are with Miracle on Ice, but my teammates and I at the Beijing Olympics, we were really the miracle with swords. We had not won a medal in our event since 1948. The US was not really known as a country that was good in fencing. We were competing against full-time professionals. So if you were in Russia, you were making a salary and making a living, and most of us were working full-time jobs. I was actually working as a part of Teach for America while I was training for my first Olympic Games. And so we were not supposed to win a medal. We were not supposed to beat any of the teams that we did. And then on that team, I will say I was definitely the underdog person to be there. I had gone to a Division III school that had never had an Olympian in any sport, Brandeis University. I don't know if you guys are familiar. Any Brandeis in the house? No? All right, no worries. We'll carry on. That's what it's like at the Olympics, too. You got the Penn State athletes like celebrating, and I'm like, Brandeis Olympians? No? Okay. It's all good, though. I'm proud to represent it. And then the other piece to this is a typical looking fencer, really good balance, everything looking great. And this next picture is me. So you don't need to know anything about fencing or seen it before to know that I do not look like this guy. I look quite different. People used to make fun of the way that I fence. They said I look like a dog peeing on a fire hydrant when I was fencing. True story. So part of what it took for me to get to the Olympics was actually designing moves that were going to work at the Olympics. I did not start out with a plan to innovate in the way that I fenced. It came to me through the process of going for it. So I think any good move, you have to design it first with a goal in mind. So I wanted to make the Olympics, which meant I had to beat Olympians. If my moves didn't beat Olympians, it wasn't a move for me. So I tried for a long time to use all the typical moves that people were using and tried to fence the way I was supposed to fence. And I found that I was losing every single time I was doing that. And finally, I started watching video of myself, and I noticed I had these sort of awkward moves that came out, like this one, where I'm actually hitting my opponent in the head, and my back leg is coming off the ground. And they would actually get really mad at me. Sometimes I would apologize to them. When I hit it with it, they'd be like, "This is not fencing. What are you doing?" And so, yeah, and imagine like you're apologizing for scoring a point. I felt really bad. Like, yeah, it does look really funny. But it was actually working for me. And so when I watched this video, the biggest change in my Olympic career was the day I went to this tournament and said, I am just going to do all of these moves that I know people are going to hate, but this is who I am. And I went from being a guy who was finishing in the 50s to being one of the top 10 fencers in the world and helping my team to get to the Olympics and then ultimately to win a medal. But it's all about, I think, embracing who you are, your strengths, and building your game around it. I was someone who always was working on what was wrong. And a big change for me as well was thinking about what I do well and then building around that move. I actually started practicing this move at practice, drove my teammates crazy. But I tried to hone it as much as I could and then tried to build a whole game around it. Because there's no perfect move, right? There's no move that works every time in anything that you do. But there are winning moves, and you got to hone what you have to the best that you can and build your game around it. And that's what I was able to do. And that's what I'm trying to do now as well with my foundation. I do want to share quickly as well my quick embarrassing story at the Olympics. So when we did defeat Russia, remember I told you miracle on ice, miracle with swords. My teammates scored the point. We won a men's saber team to send us to the finals, and I actually passed out at the Olympics, and it was on TV. So you're going to see this in a second. This is my teammate Keith Smart on the left. He's about to score the point against Poznikov of Russia to send us to the finals. He just did a somersault. And that is going to be me right there. And that is going to be me on the floor. At the Olympics. Yeah. True story also. Yeah. So, I don't know if you guys ever celebrated by laying on the floor. My teammates thought I was celebrating. They jumped on top of me. No one knew that I even passed out. We just got up. We were hugging and crying. It was like the moment we had dreamed of. Amazing moment in my life. And it's something I take with me. I told you, unconventional all the way through. But what I really am doing now is I learned so much from fencing. Both as a kid, it gave me this confidence when I was a kid, but then through my whole journey, I kept learning things that I took with me. And in my foundation now, it's my goal to get millions of kids fencing. And right now, there are 100,000 fencers in the US, and my goal is to get 1 million. So we've been working really hard to get people fencing. We've been training coaches to teach fencing. Actually, as part of PE, if you have after-school programs, you really only reach 20 or 30 kids. So I want, if a school is 500 kids, I want every single kid to be able to experience fencing. So in order to do that, again, I had design moves. We actually, by the way, this is what kids look like when there's fencing going on. This is what you guys will look like later in a second. So we've been working really hard to develop fencing technology. It's really expensive. This is fencing in 1918. That same system, fencing was really cool back then. We were really high tech. The guy in 1918 was at the Social Innovation Summit, and they were like, this is the coolest thing ever. We have lights in our sport. But then 100 years passed, and this is like last year, and it's the exact same system. So now I'm the guy at the Social Innovation Summit, like our sport is basically like a horse and buggy and rotary phone. But we're working on that. This is the cost of fencing. If you're gonna have 2 people fencing, really expensive. So we've been working on technology. These are the jackets that we use actually now in our PE program. And we're actually working once again to make fencing the coolest, most tech sport around. We're creating connected fencing equipment, lights in the Garde with Star Wars coming out. We know the kids are going to go crazy. But also, we want to connect our sport. Like, you're going to be able to fence with our equipment and have statistics on like your accuracy, how many blocks that you took. And so I'm going to bring fencing back to a place where it's the coolest tech sport, but it's also a great sport for kids, and we're going to use all that to teach them life lessons. And right now, I want to bring up 2 of our speakers who are going to give us a little fencing demo. Come on over this way. All right, these guys have never fenced before, okay? So we're going to show them a couple quick moves, so will you guys get on guard for me? Sure. Okay. All right. And you invented a water thing in your, in 4th grade. What did you do again?
I made an ocean energy collection.
An ocean energy collection. I was not doing that in 9th grade. And she's with Discovery, okay? Never fenced before. So let me show these guys on guard for us.
Ocean energy.
And she has also not made an ocean Discovery thing. Sorry, I'm bad with this. Okay. All right, let's show them on guard, on guard. Everyone give me an on guard. Okay, so in the sport of fencing, she's got heels on. Louboutins, we gotta take off Louboutins when we're fencing. That's an important lesson. So we move back and forth. So the retreat is backwards, so retreat.
Hand up like this.
Hand up like that, yes. Oh, excellent. Retreat. You're good, retreat. And they don't just go back, they go forward too, so advance. And then when we land in fencing is with a lunge. Let me show you guys, show them your lunges. Good, good, good. And you guys can land on each other. We'll make sure your lights are on here. Okay, so when they land, you will see lights go on. We're actually going to have these guys duel for you, okay? When I say on guard, they're going to become on guard. When I bring down my saber, you are all going to yell fence. They are then going to try to beat each other, okay? This is for the honor of the Social Innovation Summit, okay? Fencing is an ancient sport. We duel for honor. Are you guys ready?
Ready. Wait.
On guard. Oh, wait, salute. We salute for honor. Very good, very good. On guard. And are you a lefty? I thought you were a righty. Hold on. She's doing like a Princess Bride over here. Hold on.
I am not left-handed.
She is not left-handed either. Here we go. On guard and here we go. So she's moving forward. I'm going to turn her legs this way. Switch around. Good. Keep going. Let's cheer them on. They need some help. Let's try to get her. Here we go. You got a lunge to the target. All right, so she scores. All right, so 1-0. All right, that was a practice point. Okay, here we go. Real deal. This is for all the marbles, and the winner of this point is going to fence me. Okay? On guard. Here we go. I need the whole crowd. On guard. Let me get big loud. And here we go. I'm watching this light over here. Go. Oh, go. I'm not letting you cheat and give her a point. Come on, you got to score for real. Oh, okay, she scores. You do not want to fence me, huh? All right, so this is our winner right here. All right, stay up there. All right, you're going to take this mic. You're going to referee. We're going to do a quick bout. All right, I'm not going to try to get you. You're going to have 10 seconds to try to get me. The crowd is going to cheer for you because you're going to need it.
I'm gonna go on that side.
All right, are you ready? All right, here we go.
All right.
All right, so you got 10 seconds. All I'm going to do is try to block, okay? Here we go. Let's get you in the right position. Can we hear it for her?
Yeah, Hannah!
All right, so you stay on guard.
Where do I stand to get the...
You stay over here.
Right here, okay.
You're going to hold that in the air. You're going to stay on guard. When you bring it down, they're going to say fence. They're going to go crazy for her trying to get me.
All right.
Okay? Let's do a winning move. Here we go. 10 seconds.
On guard. Fence.
10, 9, 8. Cheer for her. She needs it.
Oh,
7,
she almost got you.
5. Come on.
Oh,
4,
come on, Hannah.
3, 2.
Yeah, Hannah!
So, first of all, one more round of applause for these guys. Thank you to Z for having me here. It's been awesome. Fencing's an amazing sport. If you haven't fenced yet, it's a sport you can do your entire life. My organization is fencingintheschools.org. We're going to bring fencing to 1 million people, which means if you guys have kids or I will be making most of you fence in your lifetime, just so you know. All right, thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. Thank you guys. Mosey on off.